morning, boys and girls. It's Miss B from Terry Fox. I hope you're all having a great day. Do you want to hear a story today? Humphrey, do you want to hear a story? What about you, Lily? Do you want to hear a story? Yes, you do. Today's story is called, Dog Breath. Dog Breath. And it's a story by Dav Pilkey. Do you know who that author is? Think about what famous books this author has written that you've already read. And this one is going to be a great one. Bad breath is better than no breath at all, right? Let's think about that for a minute before we start reading. Dog Breath, The Horrible Trouble with Halitosis, written by Dav Pilkey. Horrible trouble? What kind of horrible trouble is this dog going to get in? I hope it's not trouble like Lily and Humphrey get in. Oh, my little monsters. Let's see what this monster trouble is. There once was a dog named Hallie who lived with the Tossis family. Halitosis was a very good dog, but she had one very big problem. Halitosis had horrible breath. Oh, just like Lily's breath, even though I love her. Whenever Halitosis opened her mouth, horrible things happened. Can you spot one of the most horrible things that have happened on this page? What has happened to the goldfish on this page? When the children took Halitosis for a walk, everyone else walked on the opposite side of the street. Even skunks avoided Halitosis. You know your breath is bad when a skunk is moving to the other side of the road. Started one day when Grandma Tossis stopped by for a cup of tea. Hallie jumped up to say, "Hello!" Oh no, boys and girls, what happened to Grandma's tea? Mr. and Mrs. Tossis were not amused. Something's got to be done about that smelly dog, they said, all plugging their noses. Boys and girls, what solutions could they possibly have? What solutions can you come up with to help Halitosis get rid of her doggy breath? Don't worry, Lily. Mama would never get rid of you because of your stinky breath, but Mama has to brush your teeth. Could that be an idea? What other ideas would you come up with? The next day, Mr. and Mrs. Tossis decided to find a new home for Hallie. The children knew that the only way they could save their dog was to get rid of her bad breath. So they took Halitosis to the top of a mountain that had a breathtaking view. That was their first solution. Get it, boys and girls? They wanted to take away Hallie's bad breath, so they took her to a breathtaking view. Do you know what that word means? Breathtaking? I don't think it means getting rid of bad breath. They hoped that the breathtaking view would take Hallie's breath away, but it didn't. Can you see why? What is the sun doing, boys and girls? Oh my goodness, I guess that solution didn't work. Looks like the sun is plugging his nose, or her nose. Next, the children took Halitosis to a very exciting movie. They hoped that all of the excitement would leave Hallie breathless. The name of the movie was called Breath of a Salesman, starring Perry O'Donnell and Gingivitis. But it didn't. Finally, the children took Halitosis to a carnival. They hoped Hallie would lose her breath on a speedy roller coaster. It even actually says, boys and girls, you'll lose your breath on a roller coaster. But do you think that's going to get rid of bad breath? What do you think is going to happen? Do you think the solution's going to work? Make a prediction. Oh, sorry, Lily, did I scare you? Mama scared Lily. I don't think I scared a bad breath away, though. That idea stunk, too. The plans to change Hallie's bad breath had all failed. They tried 3 different solutions. Can you remember all 3 solutions? I'm going to ask you at the end of the story what those 3 solutions were and if they worked. Now only a miracle could save Halitosis. Sadly, the 3 friends said goodnight, unaware that a miracle was just on the horizon. The 2 burglars giggled at the sight of such a friendly little dog. "That dog couldn't hurt a fly," whispered one burglar. "Come here, Poochie Woochie," whispered the other burglar. So Halitosis came over. And do you know what Halitosis did? Boys and girls, this is the funniest part in the whole book. She gave the burglars a nice, big, wet kiss. Slurp! The next morning, the Tosses family awoke to find 2 burglars passed out cold in their living room floor. It was a miracle. Boys and girls, do you still see how the children are plugging their nose? What saved the Tosses family from the burglars? If you said Halitosis' bad breath, you're right. Her dog breath saved the house from getting burglared. The Tosses family dog got a big reward for turning in the crooks, and soon Halitosis was the most famous crime-fighting dog in the country. Look at all the headlines. I'm going to read you some of them. They're quite funny. According to the Pittsburgh Press, panting pooch paralyzes prowlers. Or according to the Tableau Times, mutant space dog captures evil Elvis clowns. I don't know how truthful those headlines are. According to the Boston Beacon, bad breath bungles burglary. I think that's a bit more accurate of a title, don't you? Or the Houston Herald, hero hound halts hoodlums. And last but not least, the Ravenna Review, rancid respirations restrain robbers. Those were pretty catchy headlines, boys and girls. Which one was your favorite? In the end, Mr. and Mrs. Tosses changed their minds about finding a new home for Hallie. They decided to keep their wonderful watchdog after all. Because life without Halitosis just wouldn't make any sense. So, boys and girls, did you enjoy that story? I guess this is why on the back cover of the page it said, bad breath is better than no breath at all. Remember I said I was going to ask you a question at the end of the story? My question to you is, how many different solutions did the kids come up with to try to get rid of Hallie's dog breath? And in the end, which solution worked? What would you do to protect your house from a burglary, especially if you didn't have Halitosis? Maybe you would get your own Halitosis. I have 2 Halitosises right here, Lily and Humphrey. Although, right now it doesn't look like Humphrey would save me or Lily or my house from any burglars at all because he's taking a nap in the middle of the morning, sprawled out on the floor. But, oh well. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day, and I hope you enjoyed the story. Bye for now.